Welcome. This is a presentation by Dan Inbor and Jonas Buss made for the Sustainable Leadership course.
And today we want to talk about leadership and the role it plays in building strong, effective teams by transforming challenges that exist in workplaces.
Let's start with a challenge that many organizations struggle with: high employee turnover, especially in fast-paced engineering teams. When deadlines are tight and the pressure keeps building, employees can easily become overwhelmed. After a while, some people start to leave, and when that happens, it is easy to think of it as just an HR issue, but in reality, it is much more than that. It is a leadership challenge.
Exactly. When turnover is high, the impact spreads across the entire team. Projects slow down or get disrupted. Team morale drops, and the company spends a lot of time and money trying to replace people. From a sustainable leadership perspective, this is a key concern because it often signals that organizations aren't doing enough to support employees' well-being or keep them engaged over the long term.
Let us look at how this issue is often handled from a traditional management perspective. Typically, the response focuses on control and short-term fixes. For example, managers might introduce tighter deadlines or increase micromanagement to push productivity. They might also try quick solutions like offering bonuses just to keep people from leaving. And sometimes they add more rules or paperwork, like stricter attendance policies. While these actions may seem helpful in the short term, they often don't address the real reasons why employees decide to leave.
A leadership approach, on the other hand, looks quite different. Instead of focusing only on control, leaders focus on understanding the root of the problem. They ask questions like, why are people leaving? And try to address deeper issues such as burnout, lack of recognition, or limited growth opportunities. Leaders also work to create psychological safety, where employees feel comfortable sharing their ideas and concerns. And most importantly, they focus on long-term sustainability, investing in training, flexible work options, and clear career paths so people feel valued and motivated to stay.
For their own leadership style, we present our own views in the following videos. Reflecting on our own leadership styles, I have noticed that I tend to be quite process-oriented. I like having clear steps, structured plans, and well-defined goals because they help keep projects organized and on schedule. But at the same time, I realize that focusing too much on processes and efficiency can sometimes make me overlook the human side of the team, like how people are actually feeling or coping with the workload.
For me, it's almost the opposite. I'm naturally more relationship focused, so I pay a lot of attention to team morale, communication, and making sure people feel comfortable sharing their ideas or concerns. I believe that when people feel valued, they perform better. But I also recognize that if I focus only on relationships, I might sometimes lose sight of efficiency or structure, which are also important for getting results.
So, one of our potential blind spots is assuming that everyone in the team is motivated in the same way. In reality, people have different needs and expectations.
And that's where sustainable leadership becomes important. It means being flexible and adapting our leadership style to support both the goals and the organization and the individual needs of the people in the team.
Our proposal is to introduce a stay interview program. Unlike traditional exit interviews, which happens after someone has already decided to leave, Stay interviews are conducted regularly while employees are still part of the team. We ask questions like, what keeps you engaged? What could make your work more meaningful? And how can we better support your growth? The goal is to understand the needs of the employees early, so we can act before problems lead to turnover.
This approach really aligns with sustainable leadership because it's proactive rather than reactive. Instead of waiting for someone to leave and then trying to fix the problem, we build trust and transparency by showing employees that their input matters. It also focuses on long-term retention rather than short-term fixes. By listening, understanding, and taking meaningful action, we create a culture where people feel valued, supported, and motivated to stay and grow with the company.
Sustainable leadership is not just about hitting deadlines. It is about understanding people, building trust, and supporting growth.
By combining empathy with structure and using various tools, for example, stay interviews, we create a workplace where employees feel valued, engaged, and motivated to stay long term.